And I think a big part of that is that they milked the clock too much, wherein, in my eyes, they got to their offense late, to their actions late, and eventually forced them either into a turnover or a forced shot. And that takes your rhythm massively, you know, to generate quality shots on each possession. But gotta give credit to Quezon, because from what I remember, it was a slow start. As you see the drive, you saw the drive of Gonzalez and the foul in Manalang. He starts off, Coach Eric of Quezon starts off with a small lineup, a 3-guard lineup, you know, with Diego Dario, LJ Gonzalez, and Judel Fuentes. Didn't work that much, but I thought it helped them also that Camson sat on the bench to start the third quarter for whatever reason. And I say that because he was not able to get his first half rhythm back. Committed 2 turnovers and did not even score.
Yeah.
But we still have one more quarter. And let's see if he can pick up from where he left off in the first half.
Baba ulit sa 8 ang lamang, 61-53. Alwin Alday, Marco Balagtas, Eric Camson, Philip Manalang, and Neil Tolentino, the unit for Coach Ralph Rivera. Sa poste, another cut inside by Neil Tolentino.
That was an interesting decision to double off the post of Eric Camson. I know he had 20 points in the first half, but he finds the open man on the other side. Libre si Neil Tolentino, and they get a stop. You know, Ken, kung magtuloy-tuloy ang run nitong Rizal and they win this ball game, I think it's safe to say we can go back to that Balagtas shot in the third quarter.
Yeah. That time though, he misfires. Diego Dario straight away free. It's good!
Or we could forget about the Balagtas shot, because that was a big shot by Diego Dario. Well, how big has Diego Dario been with limited minutes? They're beating the buzzer, 5 straight points in the second quarter, and that big 3 to trim the lead down to 7. Here comes Huskers.
Dario again for free. No. Camson with another rebound. Manalang will settle the troops down for Rizal. Camson, quick catch and shoot. Way off target. Diego Dario the rebound. The pass to Magbuhos. Sandagon draws closer. Gonzalez, binigyan ng spasyo ni Manalang. He obliges but can't hit the free. Great effort there by Joshua Yero. Ngayon po poste si LJ as Manalang tried to pull up the chair. And he will be called for that foul.
Foul number 1 is point.
4 na on Philip Manalang. This is the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the Mpbl. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
Camson will get a breather. Mapalitan siya ni Cañete.
Magbuhos to Gonzalez. Coming out of that screen is Diego Dario. Laban kay Alvin Alday. Dario turns on the Jets. High off the glass and in.
What a move. Double between the legs. Finishing with the offhand.
Baba sa 5 ang lamang. 63-58. De Leon to Balagtas. Back to Samboy. Sa poste ngayon, Cañete face-up jumper, calmly sinking it over Gabanal.
What a tough shot that was, because not so much airspace given by Gab Banal. Still able to hit it. Former teammates, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Cañete and Banal in Bacoor.
Inside, Gonzalez with a strong drive, basket plus a foul.
And this could get Gonzalez going. He has done a good job of rebounding the basketball. Already has 9. But he needs more of this. Not only to create shots for himself, put pressure at the rim. Eventually, it's going to open shots for his teammates. Look at that. Over the outstretched right hand of the former MVP in Gab Banal Cañete. Nothing but net.
What a miss at the line from LJ. Lima pa rin ang lamang ng Rizal, 65-60. Approaching 6.5 minutes remaining in the fourth. De Leon almost lost it, recovers. Shot clock an issue, only 6 left. De Leon got bailed out.
Yeah.
Had really nowhere to go. Our play of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the Mpbl. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet.
My mistake. It was a triple between the legs move. Double.
Samboy De Leon tutungo sa free throw line. He's had an impressive stretch after a tough start to his campaign. Meanwhile, let's check in with Miss Jana Lianes.
Just some fun facts about Samboy De Leon. Kung hindi daw basketball player si Samboy, he would be a chef. Ibinahagi niya na cooking is very therapeutic for him. Chef Samboy adding that Japanese cuisine is his specialty. Bilang isang veteran player naman ng Rizal, he shares that playing in the pros taught him one thing. You'll reach success if you can find a way to fit into the system of whatever team you're on. In his words, minsan may mga kailangan ka pang bawasan o minsan kailangan okay ka na baguhin ang laro mo just to fit into the system. Malaking tulong daw sa pag-adjust niya sa sistema ng Rizal ang kanilang strength and conditioning coach. Samboy saying working with him has helped him get into playing form after getting injured in the pros. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Gianna. And this is down to a 3-point lead after that 3-point shot by Will Gozum. And on the ensuing play, a foul whistled on Quezon.
Yeah, I'm not sure kung pang ilang game na ni Gozum to, no? He certainly played in the last game and only played 6.5 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 4. But this looks to be like his breakout game for this season. And it's really good to see, him displaying his talent.
Coach's challenge by Quezon will be back for the result.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful challenge
Foul on number 41
by Coach Eric Gonzalez. This was the rebounding battle between Yero and Cañete.
So, it looks like naunang hila bago yung tulak sa likod kay Joshua Yero. Ito, another foul called, I think, holding.
Foul on number 77.
Jockeying for position with Samboy De Leon. De Leon also has struggled, only 5 points, 1 of 9 shooting. And just to allude to Gianna's report earlier, it hasn't been an easy transition for Samboy De Leon dito. Also came in a bit late, parang mga 4th, 5th game nila where they had that 5-0 start, then had that 3-game losing skid, and then has really picked things up here. And right on cue, backing in that shot to give Rizal a 5-point lead.
He really loves that running shot, leaning left. He did that twice in the first half, unsuccessful. At that time, showing why he loves that shot, as he made that look easy.
Almost a turnover. Caballero blew out a tire. Yero got hit in the face. Fuentes helps Caballero up. Not sure if these two guys were former teammates. Basta pareho CEU itong dalawang to, Caballero and Fuentes. Oh.
Yeah. Pero i-review nila to, I think they're gonna review possibly yung dive ni Fuentes sa bola over Caballero. Right? There? Maybe? I don't know. Not too much though, looking at the replay.
Si Yeroy tinawagan eh.
Okay.
That is a 14 foul for Quezon.
For holding on to Keanu Caballero.
For Joshua Yellow.
But he got the brunt of that one.
15 seconds on the shot
He will
clock.
troop back to the bench. 5 minutes, 25 seconds left. Rizal protecting a 5-point advantage. Robbie Naive inserted back in by Coach Ralph. High arcing free, De Leon. Can't get it to fall. Gonzalez with his 10th board. Isolated against De Leon. He gets it back. This time against Caballero. Can't finish. Cañete with a rebound.
But what a smart switch back between Caballero and Samboy De Leon, because Gabmanal was going to the post, but they switched back right away. Caballero falls down, and eventually the drive by Gonzalez, they force the stop. This could be big.
It is a massive shot from Samboy De Leon. 71-63. 8-point lead re-established by Rizal. Banal. Now his turn for take a free. Has misfired the last 3 attempts from beyond the arc. But a foul called, which I believe will be against a golden cooler.
And that is a
Ano mo, posibleng may iniinda tong si Eric Camson, ha? Although maganda yung tinatakbo ng kuponan niya, this was the move by Samboy De Leon. Gets a little nudge using the left shoulder, creating separation. No, kaya na-dislodge yung depensa. I believe that was Judel Fuentes, and then knocks down his first 3 of the ball game.
Pareho 8 out of 23 from beyond the arc, magkabilang kupunan. Fuentes, although Quezon struggled in the first half, now 8 out of 24
What a
overall.
rebound.
Oh yeah, parang nag-agaw lang ng candy. At ngayon, naipasa pa papunta kay John Mpbl. Now it's back to a double-digit advantage for the Rizal Central Mall Golden Coolers. What a fight back here. Fast break of the game. Atid sa atin yan ang Extreme Cool Air Conditioners. Ang Extreme Magpalamig free installation for split type air conditioners.
Sometimes it's overstated, but at times it's really who wants it more. Samboy De Leon showing he wanted a basketball more, led to the layup by Apacible. Timeout, Quezon.
Back with us here at the Inaris Center. Ito ang ating fan of the game, brought to you by LGR, the official outfitter of the Mpbl.
Ayun, ayan na. Oh, yung nakita mo kanina, idol lang. Hinihingi pala yung jersey.
Oh. Here comes Son, still riding the bench after scoring 20 points.
It's still scoreless
Oo.
in the second half. This was the other guys contributing, as Eric Camson was the best player. You know, Cañete, Naive, De Leon, combining for 41. And a lot of rebounds to get that win against Pasig.
Galing mo magmat ha?
Hindi. Kalahati lang. Alam mo bakit?
Bakit?
Alat lang sinabi ko sa rebounds eh. Hindi ko na na-compute eh.
7-0 run ito ha. Kanina ibaba na ng Quezon ng 3 puntos na lang yung lamang. It was 66-63 before that 7-0 spurt, buoyed by the performance of Samboy De Leon. Keanu Caballero to John Apacible. The cut, De Leon inside, almost, but the foul will be called against Gab Banal.
With Samboy De Leon has made a big difference down the stretch. That big three, obviously, that time moving without the basketball and forcing the foul eventually on Gab Banal.
Samboy De Leon, 33 years old, well-traveled veteran. Makes good on the first. Coach Ralph Rivera could certainly use a win here as they prepare for Iloilo and Pasay. Special deal from 1xBet. Scan the QR code and claim your special offer. De Leon short on the second. Diego Dario, Judel Fuentes, and LJ Gonzalez has played majority of the minutes in the second half for Coach Eric Gonzalez. Dario, step back three. Book it. Third three-pointer from Diego Dario. Now has 15 points. 8 puntos ang lamang. At the elbow, Cañete to Caballero. Shifting gears. Apasible! What a move right there! Fooling everyone. And it's back up to 10, 76-66. That was a sorry miss. Judel Fuentes. A rare off night. Look at this one.
Nice ball fake, fooling LJ Gonzalez, and he finishes it off with a basket. This game really, it's a game of fakes. Sa Tagalog, kailangan maging plastic ka minsan. Pero, gusto mo pumunta ng kanan, pumeke ka ng kaliwa, and vice versa, and that time using the ball fake.
This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas.
Para mapeke, si LJ Gonzalez na ipapasa ron, pero hindi, titira pala.
Oh, what a pass! Naive connecting with Mike Cañete.
Gotta love the composure of Rizal, even without really the presence of Camson, all in the second half.
Gonzalez short. Caballero snares down the board. And up by 10, approaching 2 minutes. And you talked about composure, Coach Chris. They've had a couple of games where they were in the lead late. As Naive can't finish. Gonzalez with a running start.
That's a foul, yeah. That's a foul. Nice try though to stop the ball by Caballero.
Both teams in penalty. So 2 free throws coming up for LJ Gonzalez. Gonzalez tonight 2 out of 5 from the free throw line. Again, going back to Rizal, they lost a late lead against San Juan on their home floor. They had an 8-point lead against, I believe, Caloocan.
Yeah.
And yun yung ano I think, if I remember, yung point blank miss ni Eric Camson. And then wasn't able to complete it. And ang dami nilang tough losses eh. But
right
here, I think this is, if anything, could be a character building win if they complete this one. 78-69 after a split. Gonzalez just 3 out of 7 from the free throw line.
Well, it's been a struggle at the line for Quezon. The shooting below 70% in this game. While for Rizal, I was about to say above 70, but because of that miss, below 70 na rin sila.
And if Quezon goes on and loses this game, well, they're gonna be still number 1, but
Only a game behind? Zamboanga, right? In terms of
Or
losses.
half a game. One and a half game.
Yeah.
But my next point is, yung mga susunod nilang kalaban, August 9 versus Basilan with the momentum with that win yesterday versus Pampanga. Susunod San Juan and then Nueva Ecija. That's a tough schedule in August for the Huskers. And given how tight the race is in the South, if they come up empty in those 3 games, they could easily fall down to probably 5 or 6.
Foul number 6.
Right. And I just lost my focus there because to what you're saying because of the rebound of Samboy De Leon. He went up high, that last defensive rebound, because I thought, the 2 biggest plays in this quarter was created by Samboy.
Yeah.
That 3-pointer, open 3-pointer, that one-on-one breakdown move, and that defensive rebound that led to the Apacible fast break. I thought those 2 plays by him were difference makers to the outcome of this game.
Timeout, Quezon, they're down by 12. Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes at the middle with Head of Operations Emereta, Head of Security Rudy Distrito. It was 66-63, just a 3-point lead after Rizal almost blew.
Magiging viral ba yun? Philippine version?
Oo nga.
Hindi naman tuloy ang nagtago.
The lead was as high as 28 points.
Okay, you were saying, go, yeah.
Bumaba ng 3.
Right.
And just when you thought that Quezon would complete a comeback, the composure, like you said, shown by Rizal as Gonzalez with a double-double, 10 points, 13 rebounds. But this guy, although he misses that
We'll
one,
miss a layup.
but make no mistake about it, his impact,
And will foul. My goodness.
yun lang. Ganda na nung pinapakita niya eh. But those were 2 costly plays.
It's your fault. Coach Ralph obviously not happy about it. This is a 5-point swing.
And Fuentes certainly could knock down all 3.
That layup should have put the game away. And because of the miss, it led to semi-transition and then a foul. So not out of the woods yet itong Rizal.
Pwede pa.
Sabagay, maraming puno rito sa Rizal.
81-74, 5 of 5 shooting from the line.
It's a good timeout by Coach Ralph.
Burning one of his 2 remaining timeouts, 48.5 seconds remaining. Rizal holding on to this 7-point lead. Ito yung sinasabi kong matinding schedule, no? Para sa Quezon Huskers, kalaban ng Basilan, San Juan, Nueva Ecija, all on August. 1 week apart each yung mga labanan na yan. And that's pretty telling how they're gonna perform during August. as we wind down the elimination round here. Quezon down by 7. Caballero balik kay Manalang. Bola natapik. Saved! And Diego Dario gets it. And he got fouled. Was it a free?
It was a 2. I mean, I didn't see the line, but judging how close it was, it looked to be a 2. We're going to take a look at it once again. So, we didn't get a chance to say it, but because of the timeout, you have the option to choose. Oh, it was a 3. Oh, there you go.
Number 18,
So a potential 6-0 spurt after they led by 10 points with less than a minute remaining.
And here's the thing, they don't need to foul because they forced a turnover in the backcourt, did not lose much precious time on the clock, game clock. 36.7, they could still, pressure full court, up not to foul, go for a quick 2. They can play the free throw game.
Diego Dario, his best performance in the Quezon Husker uniform with 18 markers. Lead down to 4, 81-77. Can Quezon complete the comeback? Manalang having trouble inbounding the basketball. Manalang getting past a plethora of defenders.
It's a good foul. You play the percentages.
Yep. Philip Manalang,
Not known as a terrific shooter.
77.8 actually.
Decent.
Decent. Pero
Okay,
sa
but-
Ilagan, he was just 47.6%.
Right, but even though he was a 90%, even so, let's say he's a 90% shooter, it's different at this point of the game.
Yeah.
There's pressure. There's even pressure even if you're the home team at ganito yung nangyayari sa kanila, no? Because of the lapses, the blunders, if you would say, giving up the 6 free throws. A lot of pressure with these free throws.
Yes.
And there's pressure number 1.
Exactly your point. And he missed key free throws in that tough loss in overtime against Davao Occidental, if you remember. (81-77). 82-77, 5-point lead. Fuentes, no. De Leon gobbles up the rebound. And he was right there. Jodel Fuentes had a good chance. Rizal still has 1 timeout. Wala nang timeout dito ang Quezon. Both teams in penalty.
But that was well contested. Good recovery because it looked to be that Jodel was a step ahead of the defense, but ended up with a tough contested one-hander.
De Leon, also not known to be a strong free throw shooter, and that's exactly why missing on the first. Only 57.1% coming in. Door still open, even if this is a make, it's just a 2-possession ball game.
Now, if Samboy De Leon misses the free throw, what's important for Rizal defensively, if they give up, let's say, a basket, you have to force Quezon to use some time on the clock. Not a quick 2, not a quick 3. Make them work for it. More importantly, do not foul.
Let's see what Quezon does. Gonzalez, handoff. Fuentes, the fake. Free for a free. No! And that's been the story for Jodel Fuentes. 0 out of 5 from beyond the arc. Had some good looks.
But those are shots as a coach that you can live with. Jodel Fuentes one of your main gunners, averaging 13 a game. Doesn't need more introduction of what he can do as a scorer, as a creator. It has just been, as you mentioned, a tough night for him offensively.
Just one of those nights. Manalang though, missing the first. Still missing the second one. But time not on the side of Quezon. They have to go quick. Gozom fires a free. No, and that's gonna do it. Rizal able to survive and protecting home court against this Quezon squad who had a poor start but was able to will their way back into the game. Was down by just 3 points in the fourth before that fight back by Rizal to pull through.
Well, not the ending or the kind of ending that you want if you're Coach Ralph, but you will always take the win. And it's amazing. It's amazing that we have Samboy De Leon right now as our best player. It just proves that nothing is automatic in basketball. The way Camson was shooting the lights out in the first half, had 20, and then when scored this, forget about the points. He didn't play that much in the second half. There must have been something there. But Samboy De Leon, the two things that we mentioned, this rebound, hockey assist that led to the layup of Apacible, and the three-pointer that you saw before that, I thought were two difference makers for them to build a sizable lead and eventually get this win.
This player of the game brought to you by 1xBet, the title sponsor of the Mpbl. Your choice, your victory. Feel more game with 1xBet. Final score 77 for the Quezon Huskers, 83 for the winners, the Rizal Centro Mall Golden Coolers.